Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Mudiay out there with Harris. Now here's Mudiay. Here's Fareed. And the rejection by Smith. Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Here's Jokic. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. No one near Mudiay as he lets it go. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Here's the chosen one.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
And Denver has possession following the score by Cleveland. Passes to Jokic. He dishes it to Fareed and stolen by Love. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Now here's Mudiay. He's tightly guarded. There's the pick. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got his first bucket in this one.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Unloads from 13. Out to Smith. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Now here's Mudiay. He's covered closely. Pass to Jokic. Feeds it to Gallinari. Harris, right side. 6 to shoot. And there's another one for the Nuggets. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Here's Mudiay. The Cavaliers making the shot. Harris dishes to Mudiay. Puts it up from 12 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Again, Doris Burke spoke with Mike Malone. Doris?
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
And thank you, Doris. It's blocked, but they recover it. Here's the chosen one. Oh, goodness. Where did that come from? Beautiful.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Here's the beast. He's got 6. Puts it up from 12. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
And guys, a lot of problems for the Nuggets last year. Ended the season with a 30-52 record and really struggled even against the Eastern Conference.
And for the Nuggets, struggling against the East, something they aren't used to doing. They usually pile on the wins when they take on that conference.
Yeah, typically that's the case, but the Nuggets won only 11 games against the East, tied for second lowest amongst Western Conference teams. That's the first losing record against the East for the Nuggets since 2004. Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Mudiay kicks to Gallinari. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Martin's checked in for Denver. Here's the Beast. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
And that one's good, Jokic.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Mudiay. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Some solid defense from Faried.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Tries again. And Faried finishes.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
The chosen one out there with J.R. Smith, and it's the Beast. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year, even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Mudiay, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. Pass to Laverne. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Laverne's got his first 2 points.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
Offensive rebound, Laverne, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And it's Gallinari missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. It's been a solid outing for the chosen one. He's got 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Barton, no luck.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Count the bucket. And that's now 10 points for the chosen one.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Scooped up. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Laverne. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So that's good. And that's 10 points for the Beast.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Look at the chosen one. He's been playing really well.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Checked in for Denver. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's the chosen one. Buries it from three-point lane. The chosen one's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs. Now here is Augustine. Defense is right there. Rebound by Smith.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And Greg, how about DJ Augustine and the roller coaster ride last season, beginning in Detroit, ending up in a very creditable position with the Oklahoma City Thunder?
And a lot of that was because Jennings was so inconsistent for Stan Van Gundy last year, even so much so that he started starting Augustine, and this was just a small part of the turmoil for Detroit last season.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
To stop the run. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's the chosen one. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
He's feeling it. Again, the Cavaliers score.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Nuggets trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Dishes it to Laverne. They swipe it. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And that one's good. 14 points for the Beast. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Smith outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The chosen one passes to the beast. Another three for Cleveland.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And Augustine kicks to Laverne. That's tipped. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Barton kicks to Augustine. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. It's the NBA on.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
So on the floor for Denver, Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Harris is out there with Moutier. Here's Jokic. He's covered by Thompson. Screen by Farid. Here's Harris. Shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. To the paint. Here's the chosen one. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 5 assists in the game.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
They set the pick. Now here's Moutier. Tight defense on him. Farid dishes to Gallinari. And it's Kenneth Farid with the foul. That's his first foul. And Gallinari is good for 3. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. The pass to the Beast. Lets it go from deep. And he gets it to go. The Beast's got 24.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Denver shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
That one misses. Cleveland's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. He was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Gallinari passes to Farid. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
And it's Jokic with the rebound. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable play.
Good point. Harris with it. Now Smith defending. Harris kicks to Mudiay. Back to Harris. Will it go? And he connects with the jumper. Harris has got 6. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The chosen one passes to Love. Here's the beast. The three-pointer, no good. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Gallinari. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The chosen one. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
The dish to Mudiay. From the arc. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Mudiay, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Denver making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in, and he makes all 3.
And how about Mudiay, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
The feed to Nurkic. And he slams it one-handed.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
And you know, with Mudiay, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. Fareed goes in. Here's Nurkic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Mudiay kicks to Gallinari. Off the screen. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Love, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Mudiay kicks to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gallinari's got 9 points in the quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Thompson sets the pick for Love. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Love. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Denver calls timeout. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point.
Some fantastic numbers here for the Beast. He's got 30 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
55 seconds left to play in the third. Moutier pass to Sampson. He kicks it to Moutier. A three ball. Rebound by Smith.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of fallout. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment. Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
For Denver, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Barton, no good on the free throw. Here's Moutier. No good on the quick three.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Cleveland, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Fires for three. No good. The three. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Nuggets trail by 21. Beast out there with Kevin Love. Then it's the chosen one. Then it's Thompson. And it's Smith in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. To the inside.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Jakar Sampson. Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
And it's Harris off the drive. That's good.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Here's the Beast. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. The Beast's got 40 points.
And, guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
Fareed, no good.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Now, here's Moutier. D right on him. He feeds it to Fareed. And that one's good, Jokic.
You know, regarding Kevin Love, he had a number of difficult transitions to make last season. Most of all, perhaps on the offensive glass. He averaged less than 2 a game after averaging 3 or more a game every other season.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Now here's Mudiay. He's guarded closely. 11 feet away, and Thompson sends it back.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Mudiay, and Thompson sends it back. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Good.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Gallinari dishes to Mudiay. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Harris against Love. Harris kicks to Mudiay. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Fareed, and he dunks it down.
And this guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Passes it to the Beast from deep, and the shot is good. The Beast's got 50 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Mudiay, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. No good on the free throw.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Thompson from long range. Denver grabs the miss. Mudiay passes to Augustine. Mudiay dishes to Augustine. Kicks to Nurkic. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
But they simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for the chosen one. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And Augustine kicks to Mudiay. Nurkic with it, picked up by Thompson. Nurkic the pass to Arthur. The shot will not go. Good D by Thompson.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's Arthur. And again, Denver no good. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here is Augustine, guarded closely. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him,
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA.